Most people in business consider business to be a balancing act. That is, you started in business with no dollars and lots of time. Now, if you're good at balancing, then as you go on, you end up getting a bit of dollars and you give up a bit of your time to do so. Feels good. But then you push to get more and more, and eventually some people end up in the situation where they do have lots of dollars, but they have no time, or their time is locked up in their business. The whole concept of having time and money just seems like an impossibly hard amount of work, and it's an unsustainable activity. Can't draw a smiley face. To move to having money and also having time requires a paradigm shift. And the paradigm shift looks like this, where business is no longer a balancing act because time and money are in an abundance and you're actually counterbalancing that equation. Now, to shift from here to here requires a different way of thinking. And let me take you through why most people struggle to do that. Now, our ability to change what we do comes down to the effectiveness of our thinking, and mindset evolution is what's important here. At the lowest level of effectiveness, there's dogmatic thinking, and we all know someone who's dogmatic. No matter what someone else tells them, they keep doing it the same way, hoping to get a different result. Then there are diligent people. People who are diligent in their thinking look to do it the right way, the way that someone else has told them. And when that doesn't work, diligent thinkers often become determined thinkers. So they work harder on doing the right thing, and purely by being more determined and more consistent and more persistent, they're 30% effective. Then people get to the diagnostic level, because determined thinking is eventually tiring. And when people get tired, they start to look at what I'm doing. What am I doing that hasn't been working? They look in the past and look at their results. And purely by looking at what's happened, people become more effective. Diagnostic thinking allows people to either continue to focus on the past, in which case they'll generally work out that what I've been doing hasn't been working, so I'm going to either drop down to dogmatic or just do what I should do and do no more, so they'll become less effective. There are some diagnostic thinkers, though, that end up working out how to evolve in their mindset, and they go up into what's called expansive thinking. Now, the thing about expansive thinking is, instead of looking at the past and what hasn't worked, it's looking towards the future and what might be different. So it's opening ourselves to new ideas. If we can be expansive, then the next trick is to be embracive, because embracive thinkers not only see what's possible, but they have the willingness and the determination to actually take hold of some of those new ideas. Now, embracive thinking becomes very effective because we're grabbing new ideas that can help us shift the way that we think and the way that we do things, and we start to do things differently. Embracive thinking is 75% effective on our current problems. And without doing much more, we eventually become evolved, because sit in our thinking. Now, it's evolved at the current level of problems that we have. So when you're evolved in your thinking based on your current level, the problems that you have today become easy and effortless to solve. Someone who has mindset evolution and understands how to do this on a regular basis can actually loop between these levels. So anytime they move to a challenge that's bigger than their current thinking, they're able to become expansive, embracive, and evolved. So the question is, why is this important? Well, in business is actually a very simple equation. You have skills in one area or another, and then you have basic business knowledge as a business owner. And really, these skills are very easy to get these days. You can get any sort of skill at any sort of TAFE or university, and business knowledge is easy to pick up. You can pick it up, once again, at university or on many courses online. So why aren't many people profitable? Well, the reason is, where skills and business knowledge overlap, there is the potential for profit. Now, the thing about potential for profit is it's not actually profit. So there are two possible scenarios that you can have here. You can have a scenario where you get a low profit, or a scenario where you get a high profit. Now, the one that you end up in depends on your level of mindset. So a limited mindset will see a low amount of profit. A limited mindset is one where the thinking is rigid or the thinking is flexible but with no systematic thinking to that flexibility. The opposite to that is the evolved mindset. And as I took you through before, an evolved mindset is one where the thinking can shift consistently to make the best of any scenario, to solve problems on a regular basis. And it's this mindset that allows us to access the big dollars. So let's have a look at our intelligence and how it works. Sydney University study has shown that of our intelligence, just 3% of it is conscious. 90% of our thinking is actually done in the unconscious mind. So this is the real powerhouse of our thinking. Now, why is this important in business and in life in general? Well, let's have a quick look. If we've got intelligence and we consider ourselves to be at a current intelligence level of 100, our life might be good, but we want to take it to the next level. So the only way to do that is to improve this level. So if we're to work on our conscious intelligence, which would be our skills and our way of doing things and anything that we know how to do, so improving our skills in any area of our life, then we'd be working on 3 units. So quick maths equation will show that a 10% increase in 3 units would see us add 0.3. So our intelligence would go from 100 to 100.3. If, however, we learn how to work on our unconscious thinking and our unconscious intelligence, then we'd be working on the 97 units. So a 10% increase in our unconscious thinking would add plus 9.7 units to our thinking, and our 100 units of intelligence would go to 109.7. Now, I'm not sure about you, but when it comes to today's ever-moving, fast-paced environment, I know that I'd like to know how to improve my mindset, my thinking and my intelligence at a more rapid rate than I have been doing in the past. And that's why mindset skills are a very important thing in today's society. So thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the information that you've got to date.